Welcome to Nell Town 2, my model railway build from Putney to Wandsworth Town. Welcome to video 17 of the Nell Town 2 build, and in this video I'm looking at the start of the work for the construction of items on the island platform, which incorporates platforms 2 and 3. The first thing I thought that I needed to do was put in the associated ironwork for the central stairwell, as this will be a permanent fixture, and this is what this video is about. There are two aspects to the stairwell, the first being the girder support system in the stairwell itself, which you can see is in blue, and then also above the platforms is the ironwork for the railings. So there's two phases to this part of the build. Having first measured up the stairwell opening of my layout, I proceeded to use Lightburn to generate the girder work, which I made out of 0.025 card. Once the laser had done its work, I had to remove any bits of card that didn't come out during the cut, and then proceeded to paint it with a blue colour. Once the paint had dried, there followed the tricky process of gluing very thin card and sticking it into place. Mr. Ham Fingers returns. And here we have the internal girder work installed. As you will see from the initial photographs, the railings are quite intricate, but I decided to try and build them as close to the real thing as I could. So decided to use 2mm MDF, 1mm MDF and 0.5mm plastic rod from Evergreen Scale Models. Well, that's the plastic rod. Again, I drew up a rough sketch based on the measurements of the stairwell opening, and then transferred the ideas onto Lightburn. And my reason for laser cutting things is, as you can see, the 7 small holes that are situated within a 1.5mm stanchion are very difficult to do by hand and get them accurate. And those holes are 0.75mm. Once I'd got my plan sorted on Lightburn, I produced the actual items and then super glued them together. Once everything had set and I was happy with the positioning of all the ironwork, I then set about threading through 14.5mm plastic rods through all the holes. And as you can see, initially needed a little bit of work, but once the first few went in, everything lined up perfectly and I could just thread them straight through. Again, a blessing of being able to cut the holes perfectly and accurately. Finally, all threaded, ready for priming. Well, in my opinion, that doesn't look too shabby. Thank you once again for watching the video, hopefully from start to end. And if you do like what you see and want to follow the layout build progress, please subscribe. And if you so desire, please click on the like button and the bell icon so you get notifications of when the next video comes out. Bye for now.